You can see who I'm in the kitchen with today, and I always love my time with Jamie.
And we're gonna be making some dishes that are perfect for luncheon on the lawn. We're gonna be starting out with prosciutto-stuffed mushrooms. And then we got some lime shrimp lettuce wraps. So good you're gonna flip over them.
Who said I didn't have talented children?
That's my one talent.
Next is Jamie's colorful and zesty potato salad.
Sounds good, doesn't it?
And don't forget dessert, a decadent ginger biscuit cake.
To eating on the lawn. I don't know if our food's gonna make it to the lawn. Jamie and I are gonna have a little bonding time out in the yard today. And he is so excited.
Mama loves spending time with you.
So we're gonna get our pan ready for this. I've got some button mushrooms. We're actually gonna do lemon and prosciutto stuffed mushrooms. This is the kind of dish that you'd maybe like to fix your plate and take out in the yard. And it's
a beautiful day.
It is a beautiful day today. And I tell you what, we've had our share of rain. So it's so good to see the sun out today. Both suns, the S-O-N and the S-U-N.
You're so clever,
I'm
Mom.
so clever sometimes, aren't I?
What you gonna do with that butter?
Well, I thought I'd just eat some. All right, I'm gonna put a little butter, Jamie, into our pan.
The first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna chop up this prosciutto pretty good, Mom.
So if you would do that, I'm gonna be down here with our mushrooms, and I'm just gonna pop the caps out. And we're using a baby portobello. I'm gonna take half the caps, chop them up, and we're gonna put them in with our mix, just giving us a little filler for the mushrooms. But I'm just gonna mince these up. Do I need a little bit more butter, maybe? Yeah, let's.
Oh, why not?
Yeah.
Mom, I've got a bunch of chives here. I'm gonna do about 1/4 cup, and I'm gonna mince these up really fine because I don't want big pieces of chive.
That'll give us a nice mild onion flavor, y'all. And plus the green in there will be beautiful. All right, so I'm gonna reduce the heat now, Jamie, as soon as you get your chives in.
Okay.
And you're gonna give us a 1/2 tablespoon of lemon zest. And I think we're kind of safe to even.
So good.
Doesn't it smell delicious? I think I'm gonna turn it totally off. I'm gonna take 4 ounces of cream cheese. Now that cream cheese is gonna bind our ingredients together and make it rich and creamy. All right, I'm gonna add 1/4 teaspoon of dried tarragon. I love it. Kind of licorice-like.
Yeah.
All right, and I'm gonna add 1 tablespoon of Dijon mustard. You know, there's 1,000 ways to stuff mushrooms. You can take them so many different ways. And this is just one of them. Looks yummy. Here, you look like you're about ready to snatch that spoon from my hand. All right, so I'll be traying up our mushrooms. And we're gonna stuff these, y'all, and then we're gonna put them in a 350-degree oven for 20 minutes. Yes, perfect, son. And you can't get more better than perfect.
Well, let's stuff them.
Let's stuff them?
This is gonna be overflowing.
Yeah, I'm gonna kind of stuff mine good, son.
Okay.
Oh, Jamie, that is just yum.
They sure are pretty, too. Nothing on top of these? This is it?
Nope, this is it, son. And in the oven they go. The saltiness, y'all, from the prosciutto and the lemon zest just pops and goes together. All right, so in the oven that goes, 350, 20 minutes. All right, so let's move on down, Jamie, to our next dish.
Okay.
And because we're gonna need for these to marinate for about 30 minutes. These are lime shrimp lettuce wraps.
Yum.
We need 1 tablespoon of soy sauce, 2 tablespoons of olive oil, We need a couple of teaspoons
You want to see the trick?
Oh, I do. I love it when you juggle.
Look at that.
Who said I didn't have talented children?
It's my one talent.
No, you have more talents than that, son. All right, so I'm gonna grate us up 2 teaspoons of fresh ginger. And how many of the limes are you doing, son?
I'm gonna do all 4 of them.
Okie doke. Jamie, if you would add 2 tablespoons of olive oil and 1 tablespoon of soy.
2 of these of the oil. I love the smell of the soy and the limes together already.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
I'm mincing up 1 clove of garlic, y'all, and it was a nice, healthy clove. Now we've got 1 pound of jumbo shrimp, and I'm dumping in our garlic. In goes our garlic. And you can see that our shrimp have been deveined and detailed. So in they go. We're gonna cover them, let them marinate for 30 minutes.
That's a good looking marinade.
These are gonna be delicious wraps. Nutritious, delicious, and very, very low in calories. You gotta like that.
Coming up, we're getting a taste of our prosciutto-stuffed mushrooms
That is so good.
and putting together a fabulous lunch. Lime shrimp lettuce wraps and a zesty potato salad. And later, an over-the-top ginger biscuit cake.
I mean, a bread pudding with biscuits?
Yes.
I so hope y'all are enjoying the show. And if you do, be sure to click like, subscribe, and the notification bell so you'll never miss a video. And we'll be right back after the break.
Welcome back, y'all. Our mushrooms are ready.
Oh,
Can't
yes,
hardly
ma'am.
wait to taste them.
Ah, smell those.
Oh gosh, yes, I smell them. Ooh, 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 ooh.
Let's get them on our plate here.
Y'all, 20 minutes and you got them ready.
Smells like bacon.
Bacon? Bacon, bacon, bacon? They do smell delicious.
They're gonna be hot though.
I know it. Well, let's have a mushroom.
Okay.
Yeah, they're a little hot, son. Ooh, and I can't pop that whole hot mushroom into my mouth.
I'll split it with you.
Okay. To eating on the lawn, I don't know if our food's gonna make it to the lawn.
Less than 50% chance.
Love what the lemon zest does to it. Love it.
The mushroom?
Yum. Yum, yum, yum. Well, let's get started on our shrimp for some lime shrimp lettuce wraps. You remember when we left, we had marinated our shrimp. And if you would dice me up about half a red bell pepper and those green onions. I've got a small can of water chestnuts that I've drained. All right, so I'm gonna slide these over here and I'm gonna change with that. And I'm just gonna take our water chestnuts and I'm gonna mince them up. This is gonna give our wraps a little crunch. And to our pan, we're gonna add 1 more tablespoon of vegetable oil and 1 more tablespoon of soy sauce.
I'll do that so it'll be hot for us.
Okay. I think our pan's hot, so I'm gonna go ahead and pour our shrimp, marinade and all. Now I'm gonna turn this back up.
Okay.
I'm gonna add our water chestnuts. Go ahead, son.
Okay. Chop
And
up
this
these
is
green
not gonna
onions.
take but about 3 or 4 minutes, y'all, for our shrimp to get done. When they've turned pink and the transparency is gone from them, you know they're done.
Which ain't gonna take but a second, but that's all I need to whip up our potato salad. So I'm gonna go on down.
And Jamie's making his zesty potato salad.
This is a real heavy Bobby influence. You see, we got black olives and pimentos, and we're gonna start with some red potatoes.
Yes.
And we love potato salad. We have eaten our fair share of potato salad.
Oh, and these are still kind of slightly warm, and I love that.
And we left them a little bigger too.
We use skin and all, y'all, because on top of being lazy, we want to get in the nutritious part of the potato, which is in the skin.
And it's a lot prettier that way too. So I'm gonna add a half a cup of black olives. I've got a half a cup of pimentos that I'm gonna put in here.
Okay, it's gonna be very, very pretty.
I'm gonna put the juice of 1 lemon.
Jamie, this shrimp looks and smells delicious, and it's just almost done. You can see that our shrimp are turning pink.
Okay, good. Well, this is almost done too. Cup of mayonnaise in here.
I'm gonna turn that off and move that a little closer to our lettuce wraps.
Just about the time I get this turned, we'll be ready to eat.
Well, can I chop this parsley? Is that
If you would,
for
Mom,
you
we'll
to
chop
chop
up
you
some of that parsley. And I'm gonna go a big pinch of salt and pepper in this.
Okay, looks delicious. We used a beautiful curly leaf parsley.
Yep, that's all that needs is a little bit of color.
Yeah, and you know what?
And you could see that,
I'm gonna even put a little in our shrimp.
you can see this is a little wet, Mom, but you know the potatoes are gonna really soak up.
Yeah, they'll soak it up. And once it sits in the refrigerator, yeah, it'll get a little tighter. And you don't, if you like less mayonnaise, you can certainly add less.
Here's a plate for you, Mom.
Ooh, I love that, and I love it on the purple plate.
Beautiful.
All right. So let's come in here with a lettuce leaf. I don't know if this is gonna make it to the lawn.
Hurry. Oh, those look so good.
I think it's gonna make it to the end of the counter, y'all.
You wanna taste
They
them?
are beautiful, yes I do.
I got you a fork down here.
Yes, I do. Beautiful.
Gorgeous.
What a wonderful little healthy lunch. So good.
That is good. I love the crunchy, the water chestnuts and the peppers.
Son, the potato salad is delicious.
Let's taste it.
But the olives bring about a whole different taste to that potato salad.
What are we gonna cook next, Mama?
We gotta have a little something sweet, don't we, son? We're gonna make ginger biscuit cake.
Yum.
Sounds good, doesn't it?
Y'all stick around.
Coming up, our ginger biscuit cake.
Absolutely giddy over the fact that I'm sprinkling candy on top of biscuits.
And then later, we've topped it off with a molasses butter sauce. I hope y'all are enjoying the show, and I want to hear from you. Tell me what recipes or videos you'd like to see me make by just leaving a short comment below. Now, let's get back to the show, y'all.
Biscuits, Mama.
Those lettuce wraps, though.
We're
Before
moving
we
on.
go any further,
No. Biscuits,
the
Mama.
potato salad, the lettuce wraps, and the stuffed
Biscuits,
mushrooms were
ginger,
so good,
cookies.
y'all. But Jamie's right. We're fixing to make a ginger biscuit cake, my precious. Now, we have started by baking off 12 homemade biscuits. I'm gonna make the custard, which is what makes this ginger biscuit cake so good.
I mean, a bread pudding with biscuits?
Yes.
Yes.
All right, now I'm gonna need 4 cups of half and half. And I'm gonna put just a little bit, just enough to kind of beat up my eggs. I'm gonna be using 6 eggs, and I'm gonna crack them individually so I can just scope them out, make sure I like the way they look.
Mama,
Yes,
we're making bread pudding with biscuits.
yes, I know. Can you think of anything better?
No.
So there we go. And I'm just gonna whisk those eggs up. And then I'm gonna pour in the rest of my heavy cream. Look how pretty and yellow that is from those yolks. So now I'm gonna pour in the rest of my half and half. And that's a total of 4 cups.
And I'm gonna chop up a bunch of candy to put on top of our biscuits.
Yes, well actually it's just crystallized ginger.
Close enough to candy for me.
All right, now I'm gonna add 2 teaspoons of vanilla. You know, and looking at those eggs, let me tell y'all what I have done. And I can't tell you how much pleasure it brings me. I have chickens. They're rescue chickens. They're so happy to be at our house now, and they're the sweetest things, and they've got my heart, y'all. Now I'm gonna add a 1/2 cup of dark molasses.
And I've got 1 box of ginger cookies that I'm just gonna mash up real good. Do they lay eggs, Mama?
Yes, they lay eggs.
How many eggs do you get every day?
Well, there's been a lot going on, so they've kind of been disturbed on the egg laying.
They may have found out who you are. They might have seen the cookbook. What? What?
All right, now I'm gonna add 1 cup. Jamie's got me so upset, y'all, I can't hardly talk. 1 cup of light brown sugar. Look at this, it's the color of coffee, isn't it? And now, I'm gonna add a stick of melted butter. Yum.
Got our ginger all chopped up, Mom. I'm gonna put that on top of the ginger cookies, on top of the biscuits. I'm absolutely giddy over the fact that I'm sprinkling candy on top of biscuits.
Oh my gosh. All right, son, now I'm ready to pour our custard over.
Custard over the candy, over the biscuits.
Just gets better. All right, so here we go. Now we're gonna let this sit for about 45 minutes.
Great day in the morning.
Because we want those biscuits to soak up
Yes, ma'am.
all of that custard. Yum, yum.
Those 2 biscuits are naked.
Super yum. Okay,
Get 'em.
I'll get them.
There's one more on
No
the backside.
naked biscuit. This is gonna be delicious. And then we're gonna put it in a 375 oven and we're gonna cook it for 45 minutes. Coming up,
What does biscuits, candy, cookies, bread pudding need?
a butter molasses sauce, of course.
I so hope y'all are enjoying the show. And if you do, be sure to click like, subscribe, and the notification bell so you'll never miss a video. And we'll be right back after the break.
What does biscuits, candy, cookies, bread pudding need?
Well, it needs a sauce, believe it or not.
I believe you.
We made that wonderful cake, but now we're gonna make molasses buttercream sauce.
It's true.
To go on top. Jamie's gonna be dicing us up some walnuts. Now I'm gonna put a couple of tablespoons of butter in the pot. I've measured out 1 cup of whole milk. Now I'm gonna measure out 1 cup of heavy cream. Yes, yes.
Yay!
Yes. Yes, yes. So in the pot, our heavy cream goes.
It's a good thing we had a light lunch.
I know. In goes my milk. The next thing I'm gonna add is a dark molasses, and I'm gonna need 1/4 cup. We're carrying the same flavors in the cake straight into our sauce.
Good.
Yes. Okie doke. And our thickener is just a tablespoon of cold water and a tablespoon of cornstarch. All right, so our butter's starting to melt. Look, it looks like motor oil. But it doesn't taste like motor oil. It's so good. All right, now I'm gonna add 1/2 cup of firmly packed brown sugar. And then the last ingredient is 1/4 cup of an Irish cream liqueur.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. And it's starting to boil. You can see that little bit of butter floating on top. And look at there. There it comes.
Yes, ma'am.
Now we're just going to add in the slurry of cornstarch and water.
That's going to be so good.
Yes. Go ahead and throw in the nuts. Yes, yes.
That looks perfectly perfect.
It looks perfectly perfect. You're right.
You going to pour it on?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, let's pour. Ooh.
It's hot now.
The dish is still a little hot.
Watch your hands, Mom. This isn't our first run-in with a big boy bread pudding, is it, Mom?
No. My gosh.
Oh, it needs ice cream, Mama.
Just a little bit. Whoa.
Just a little bit.
Oh my gosh.
This will be so nice. It'll cool it down a little bit and add a little bit of cream.
Yes, because there's not enough cream in it.
There's not. I'm gonna come sit with you.
I want you to come sit with me.
There's so many different flavors. Gracious. My new favorite breakfast, y'all.
This isn't breakfast, it's dessert.
That's whatever you want, babe. I'm a grown man. And if my wife says I can have this for breakfast, I will.
If your wife says you can have it. Hey y'all, it's Paula Deen. Now, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to like it and click the subscribe button as well as the notification bell to be alerted when I post a video. Love and best dishes, y'all.